Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Palm Mechanics. Today we are talking about our state tree, the beautiful palmetto, and I'm joined by Matt Dix, the owner of Palm Mechanics. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm ready to learn.
Yes, ma'am.
We got a lot to talk about. Now, I just said that it's our state tree, but you were just telling me that palms aren't actually trees, technically.
That's right. That's right.
Tell me all about this.
They are a monocot, which is a grass fiber-like tissues. They're a little harder to work with than your average hardwood tree.
And you know this because you are actually the expert whenever it comes to palms. You've done a lot of research. You've worked with them for many years now. Tell me about your business and what exactly you do.
Yes, ma'am. We've spent years just really studying these trees, working with them, trying to figure out what they need. We come in and we just inspect the trees, just really kind of figure out where they're at, what they need done. Some trees may need some shucking done. Some trees need the trimming around the top. With palm trees, you really don't want to trim out of the top until the frond is brown. The reason being is these trees recycle the nutrients. So when you see that yellowing into that brown, it's nothing to be alarmed about. It's no reason to run out there and start hacking fronds off of your tree. These trees need those fronds and that nutrients they get from that. Once they have gotten the nutrients from that, that frond will be completely brown and ready to come off. These trees are self-shedding as well. So if it's completely ignored, they'll basically start to throw stuff at you.
Yeah.
Dropping out of the tree, they dry out. So yeah, we're really just trying to dial in and get these trees thriving and doing the best that they can.
Well, you said a little bit, but let's talk about some of the issues that might arise if you do not take care of your palm trees.
Well,
That you see all the time.
oh yeah, they make a mess. These berry pods that will come out are basically a palm tree's bloom. They drop all over pool decks, all over the top of your cars, concrete, they'll stain up. The boots falling and shedding off of the bottom can be a hazard walking under. Keep in mind that all of these parts and pieces that are falling off of the tree are because they are dried out. The tree no longer needs them. And with them being dried out, they are now a fire hazard. They can catch on fire extremely easy. So that's something to keep in mind. Not only that, the pests, the birds, the bugs, the snakes, the squirrels, and all the different animals that want to nest in the trees that are neglected and, not properly upkept.
So Matt, we have some examples behind us actually of trees that you actually take care of.
Yes, ma'am.
And these are some good looking trees. Walk me through what you've done to make them look so pretty.
These trees only need a certain few things to really thrive. And we use a slow release fertilizer that basically feeds the tree for a couple of months at a time versus just putting something out that just instantly gives it a punch. With these palm trees, nothing happens very fast. So the slow release fertilizer we have found works the best to get these trees in a thriving state.
And what would you say is your goal when it comes to Palm Mechanics?
I want to clean up the Palmetto state. It's on our state flag, it's Florida state flag. They're neglected. They're just not many people out there that are focused on palm trees, what they need and what they're doing. We are here to help with just getting them right, and just so people can just sit back and enjoy their little slice of paradise.
All right, so your slogan is, when your palms need a tune-up, call Palm Mechanics. What's that number that our viewers can call?
That's 843-455-4456.
Again, that number to call is 843-455-4456. And for more information and before and after photos, scan the QR code to check out Palm Mechanics on Facebook.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
All right, guys, we have quite a treat today. I am at R&R Dance Studio and I'm joined by Ro. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so excited. We're going to be doing some Latin dance today. What are we trying?
We're going to do bachata.
All right, here it is, folks.
So this is going to be kind of like your base whenever you do any kind of bachata dance. You're going to kind of feel the same thing, yeah? Here we
Okay.
go. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
I always want to go back.
5, 6, 7. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Nice. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6.
What do you do with your hands?
3. You just leave them where they are, so that way I can pick them back up once we get
okay.
back around, yeah? Just like when I leave this, you just leave it where it is. I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Yep. All right, we're gonna get tricky. Ready?
Oh, goodness.
Keep those steps.
He's mixing it up now. I'm like, oh, goodness.
Keep those steps. Hey! Stay. Keep going.
Okay.
Nice job.
Yay!
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job.
Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. We got a hot topic today. Hot and cold, how to keep dogs nice and cool
Yes.
or warm and toasty.
That's right.
Joyelle, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you for stopping by today.
Yes.
Give me some tips.
Sure. So right now, as you know, we are in a heat wave. So it's very, very hot for our dogs. So primarily, you need to pay attention to how hot the ground is. When the temperature is around 80 degrees, your asphalt is about 115.
Not fun.
Not fun at all. So what that actually can do is to burn blisters on the bottoms of your dog's feet. So it's very, very important. Top of the line, you need to make sure it's not too hot. Unfortunately, I see people walking their dogs in the heat of the day all the time. And I continue to say, it is too hot outside, what are you doing? So it's really, really important because those blisters, it just creates very much blisters on the bottoms of their feet and it can really damage their feet. So really be mindful of that. Walk in the earlier morning times or in the later evening times, okay?
Gotcha.
Also provide enough water. So if you have outside dogs, which I don't recommend having dogs in the heat of the day outside, but if it's not possible, make sure you provide them enough shade and you bring them in when you're able, provide enough water for them. Now, going to cold. So it's really important, again, to take care of your dog's feet. Lots of times people throw out the ice melt or the salt to help prevent any slipping and sliding. That also can damage your paw's feet as well because it gets into their paws and then they'll lick it and it contains all those chemicals that are dangerous for dogs. So it's really important that you wipe their feet off, clean them off. Again, providing enough water and enough food for them. If it's super cold outside, bring them inside or in a warm area. If they happen to be outside, provide a home for them that's a little bit raised up off the ground. Put some shavings or something like that in there so they're not laying directly on the ground. It's very, very important.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Shedding. And do you have any tips? Because I've heard that it's not good to shave dogs
Sure.
because it messes up their coats. Is that true?
Oh, so I would definitely say talk to your groomer about that, but there are tools that you can use. There's like a de-shedder. It's really important because you need to at least brush your dog to get all of the excess hair off of them, especially during the winter months. They're gonna blow their coat anyway.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is brought to you by Wyman Wise State Farm. Well, thanks so much again for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined in the studio by the one, the only Wyman Wise from Wyman Wise State Farm Insurance. How are you doing?
Great, great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, this is one of my favorite things to talk about, Toys for Tots.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that, but first tell me a little bit about your insurance agency and what you guys do, why you care so much about the community.
Love what I do. I'm a State Farm agent. I've got 2 locations in Little River and Myrtle Beach. We help folks with their car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, and business insurance. So all your insurance needs, if you need anything, please give us a call.
One thing I love to see is that you get to develop those relationships in insurance over the years.
You know, the thing I love about the insurance business is from everyone on the socioeconomic scale, from surgeons to people who, ditch diggers or in everything in between. You get to help those folks with, because they all have the same needs. And that's what I love. So you're not just dealing with one group of people, you get to really become a fiber in the community with everybody.
I love that. And you're from around here, right?
Born and raised in Florence and been in Myrtle Beach area now for 23 years actually. I graduated from Francis Marion, a small college in Florence, and got a job down here. I always wanted to live at the beach, so I got a job down here. I was lucky enough to get a job to work for a State Farm agent. And I knew after about 8 months that that's what I wanted to do, because we had talked about it before, you really become, I mean, you see your policyholders at the grocery store, at church, at the gym, you'll see them at restaurants when you go out to eat, and you really become like a family member. And you see the children grow up and start driving, you see them go to college, you see them have their own, you see your insured's children have children and become grandparents. So you really become, you get to see the pictures in the wallet and all. It's just a neat thing to do.
It's all about growing and changing too.
It is, exactly. So.
All right, you guys are huge when it comes to Toys for Tots.
We are. We really enjoy it. Enjoy help. You were talking about the community earlier. Christmas time and giving to children is a great thing anyway, but around Christmas time makes it really special if you can help children, especially ones in need.
Okay, so tell me, what are you guys going to be doing this year to help out the kids in our community?
We've got boxes in our office. Every year, both of my locations in Little River and Myrtle Beach, both my offices have a competition to see who can get the most, and it ends up just growing, and of course it overflows the box with toys, and then they end up on the floor, the couch. It ends up taking up the whole side of the office, so it's a lot of fun.
It's the best, and especially on Christmas morning when they get to deliver all the toys.
Exactly.
There is absolutely nothing like it, seriously.
Absolutely.
All right, so you have a pretty great team as well. You said you had 2 locations.
I do. I wouldn't be anything without my team. They're great people. I have about 8 agents in both locations that are all licensed and ready to serve you if you need it. Bobby Clary is a new State Farm agent in Conway, and he worked for me for several years. And my wife's had 2 work for her that have gotten their own agencies. So it's kind of neat to see people. The good thing about State Farm is if you want to grow, you can stay with us and grow, but if you want your own, as I say, to see your name on in lights on your own sign, we can help you develop into that too.
Can I also ask you about like State Farm in general? Like, is it competitive when it comes to pricing?
Very much so.
So
very
tell
much
me
so.
about that.
Yeah, we are very competitive. We have very good auto rates, very good homeowners rates. Of course, rates are always changing, but if you look at the long haul, State Farm is usually very, very competitive over the long haul. We save you money and we give you great service. The claims service is unmatched.
I was going to say that's the biggest thing too when it comes to insurance.
When the wind starts blowing, you want to make sure the claim's going to get paid.
Ain't that the truth? Oh my goodness. All right, so if people are interested in not only donating to your Toys for Tots funds or just getting in contact with you guys, how can they do that?
They can come by any one of our locations in Little River. We're at 3311 East Highway 9 in Little River. We're at 1341 44th Avenue North in Myrtle Beach. They can call us at 399-9400. And hey, I'm not too proud. I'll come pick up the toy if you want me to. So.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.